Hey guys, we'll see how many people you want to join today. It's really cold in Calgary today. I don't know exactly the temperature right now, but it's cold enough. And figure we'll go for this walk again. I really like to go for walks. I figured it's a chance to take in the scenery, take in the fresh air. So we'll see. I'll give it a couple seconds here. People are notified. Neil, how's it going, brother? So I'm in the Pokemon Park, Pokemon Go Park. So today's challenge is about self-development. I got a little bit motivated from one of my group members yesterday to make the change in your life. I started reading again for the first time in years. It's actually crazy. The last time I actually read a book was in grade 5. Hello. So, self-development. If each and every one of you can take the time to read a book or just change how everybody does things in their life, one thing at a time, one thing every day. If you end up changing one thing every day, you'll be a completely different person before you know it. I know that, like I said, I just started reading again, and I can't believe, like, for so many years I was so stuck on I have such a problem with reading and such a problem with learning. But in reality, if I just took the time out of my day to change that one thing, I've already become a better person. So it says there's 2 people here. Who's the other person? Say hi below so I know who you are, so I can say hi, see how your day's doing. How's your day, Neil? And what have you done today to change your life for the better? It doesn't have to be a big thing. It can be small. Let's see. 3 people now. Awesome. I find that if I do it during the day, I get a little bit more viewers, and I've been doing them a little bit later, like 4 o'clock-ish. But if I do them around this time, it's really chilly today. You can tell my camera's shaking. So self-development, I got this new book today. It's a 365-day ritual, kind of like the magic, but it's all about educating yourself and learning stuff that you may have. Catlin, how's it going, brother? I have not talked to you in a long time. Catlin used to be one of my roommates back in Camrose in some of our thicker and more devious days. How's things going for you? Where are you living now, buddy? We got this. So today's hat is my other DC hat. I've got enough hats to do each day a different hat. If you guys want to stay tuned and just to see my new hats. Well, they're not new. I've owned them for quite a while. I was saying in one of my past videos that I have about $4,000+ worth of hats. And I figure this gives me a chance to actually wear each one of them. I never get the chance to wear them. I have a really picky taste in hats. I have to really 100% love them to actually take them out of the store with me. So I've got quite an excellent selection of gloves. There's a pair of gloves on the bench there that somebody left behind. Neil, I can definitely relate, bud. I've never done so much reading in my life. But man, your focus into it definitely makes a change. Definitely does, brother. It makes the hugest change. It's your vocabulary goes up. Everything that you do seems to be a little bit more clear. I just finished the magic. I did day 28 was 2 days ago, and I restarted it with my wife. Yesterday's Golive was all about it, the magic. But I'm also reading The Power of Now by Edgar Tolle. It's all about spiritual enlightenment. I'll go this way. I seem to walk the other way, and then the sun gets right in the camera. So, yeah, The Power of Now. I'm reading it with my group that I started, my mastermind group that I started with Selma and Maddie. We are trying to read a chapter a day so that we can reflect on it with each other. It's a different book. You definitely have to understand how Edgar Tolle thinks and speaks, because he's very methodical with his speech and with his understanding of his understanding of how he reads things and how he teaches through his words. He's quite impressive, actually. It makes me really happy when I read the book, because the more I read the book, actually, the more I feel like I've been there. I don't know, I don't want to say that I've been in the point of enlightenment, because I'm not 100% sure, but I feel that in the beginning of his book, he talks about, how do I put it? He was in a really funk in his life. He was always waking up depressed, almost to the point of suicide. And he woke up in the middle of the night one night. This is in the beginning of the book, if you ever find it. It's called The Power of Now by Edgar Tolle. And he talks about that he woke up in the middle of the night and almost, I don't want to say heard a voice, but something overtook him and he fell into this void, and he was scared and everything as he was falling into the void. And then he woke up in the morning, and ever since that day forward, he appreciated the different things that he had experienced in his life, like trees, the air, the buildings, the grass, how green it was. And then he come to realize years later that everything that everybody had been searching for, spiritual enlightenment, that he had actually experienced himself without even realizing it until years later. But just reading, I guess, today I had my second click of info. The first one hasn't gotten back to me, and the second one hasn't either, but it's all in the right direction, definitely. I'm just gonna go for a walk down the street here, because my hat's blocking my face. It's really, really sunny in Calgary. It's a beautiful day. I cannot complain. Even though it's a little chilly, it's not that bad at all. I'm loving it, actually. That's one of the biggest things that I love about Calgary. That was one of the changes that I made to better myself. I was living in Ottawa. It was 2 years ago now that I made that change. And I felt like I wasn't making enough money to help my family get by. So I knew of all the opportunities for the typical job in Alberta, and made that choice that I was going to stop working at the recycling plant I was working at. I was only making $16 an hour, and I have my best friend ever, Kent Vixie. He gravel crushed out here, and I gravel crushed with him when I first started gravel crushing, like years and years ago. This is like 18 years ago. And I knew that the opportunities were here in Alberta, so I made the choice, and I got on a plane and flew all the way out to Fort McMurray and continued to do so, fly back and forth between Ottawa and here in Fort McMurray, not Calgary, but there was layovers every once in a while, and made that choice that if I was going to get a move on in this world, like a dog, you can't lay in the sun licking your ass all day thinking that something's going to change. Only you can make the change, and That's why I did what I did. Now I've come across an even better opportunity. This community that I've joined here is excellent. Katina, it's my cousin. Thanks for the love. Miss you lots. Big hugs and kisses. Hope everything's going well. Love that you're doing awesome. Hey, tell that boyfriend if he's ever cruel or mean to you, you'll have to answer to me. Hey, baby. This is my wife, Crystal Williamson. Aaron Fraser, how's it going, buddy? Second click today. This morning, woke up to a second click of info. Yeah, if you can just make one change a day, I mean, even at the end of the week, 7 days later, you'll be 7 days different than you were the first time that you ever started the change for your better self-development. I'm in a playground zone, and everybody seems to drive 50 or 60 through it. I mean, there's not the biggest playground, but the one guy who's driving 20. So, yeah, ball's starting to roll. It's like a snowball, Aaron. You start out with a little tiny bit of snow, just like self-development. You start out with that little small piece of snow, and you keep rolling it across that field. Eventually, that ball's going to get so freaking big that there's no way in hell you're even going to be able to move it anymore. And you're going to take a step back and realize how different things get real quick. You're amazing, Kelly. Amazing, Kelly. Yeah, I wish that our daughters had a chance to grow up a little bit better together. But hopefully, maybe one day in the future, you never know, come back together and be best friends again. Our daughters met each other in Victoria at the rec center. And they instantly hit it off. Best friends, holding hands, walking down the hall. And yeah, so I don't want to get too off topic. I'm going to go down this path. I've never been down this path. I'm finding all these new paths in Calgary, and that's one of the things that I'm trying to do more of. That's part of my self-development, is find new and cool places to visit. It's a simple thing as a rock. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's all weird. It's like lava rock, but it's a really big rock. Some really beautiful houses in the neighborhood I live in. Gives me a couple ideas of the things that I really truly want. This house here, it's got a beautiful greenhouse. Try to find new paths. Like my wife said, a tourist in your own city. You never ever see the things that you want to do and things because you're stuck out at work. So I made that change this year to take advantage of the little moments in life. Try to self-develop myself to the max. I've picked up so many books this year that I can't even believe. Morning. It's crazy that really the last time I read a book was grade 5. It was The Black Stallion. So it wasn't really a self-development book at all. It was developing me. But I was always in this groove in the world at school where you had to be in the special needs class or the special help class that everybody had to be in, because I haven't been diagnosed with ADD, but I know that I don't really believe in it, but at the same time everybody learns differently, so you can't group everybody into the same group. But I always felt, I don't want to say dumb, but held back because nobody knew how to properly teach, other than that grade 5 teacher who got me into that book. This is before audiobooks were around. Well, I guess they may have been around, but they would have been on tape, if people know what a tape is. Hope you're having a great day. Love you guys, for sure. Hey, Bobby Lee. Good to see you again. Going down this path. I didn't even know these paths were here. they're going, instead of an alleyway, there's a path behind these houses. It's actually really cool. Thanks for the surprised or excited face there. So yeah, my self-development is reading books. That's the biggest one. I'm really proud of myself for doing such a thing. It's crazy actually how much I'm actually learning again. I have this one book I just got today. I can't remember the name of it. If you're still there, babe, can you just type the name of it for me? It's a 365-day routine, similar to the magic. And it's all about learning, educating yourself. It's not just about it's all about self-development, but it's all about different things, educational things that you could learn in school. Let's see. Bob Fredericks. Hey, brother. This is my brother. I love him to the moon and back and further. If I could get to the end of the universe, I sure as hell would to show him. Hopefully you got that book. I've been harassing him. Actually, you were on one of my Golives the other day. I didn't want to get too deep into your situation, but the book would definitely help you, brother. I love you very much. He lives in a place that is so small, you actually have to order books because they don't have books in the store. Well, they have some books in the store, I'm sure, but not specific books. So I got this new book, I don't think Crystal's watching anymore. Anyways, it's all about self-development, and it's not the book I'm talking about with you, Bob. It's a totally different book. I just got it today. If you don't have very much money, anybody out there, the great idea to get new books is to go to a secondhand store. I actually picked up the Magic for $2.50 at this Goodwill just down the street from my house. And this new book I just got for $3 today. My wife had a couple, like The Power of Now, and I was at this other place and I got The New Earth. It's also by Eckhart Tolle. It's an excellent book. Okay. Intellectual Devotional by David S. Kinder and Noah D. Upano. Yes, it's all about self-development, basically. It has a whole bunch of stuff in it about Einstein and just stuff that they would teach you throughout school. It's like an educational book as well as a self-development book. But I guess education falls under that category. So I'm going to make a turn and I'm going to start walking back the other way. If I walk too far, I'll end up hitting Shagnappy, which is quite the distance away from where the car is parked right now. So if any of you could think of just one thing that you each can change in your life for today or maybe tomorrow, you don't have to necessarily start today, just mention down below what you think that you could maybe change in your own life to better yourself. Maybe it's quitting smoking, maybe it's quitting drinking, maybe it's bike riding more. Oh, I love you too, babe. Just mention down below. I know it's hard sometimes to self-critique yourself. Some people, I know that I don't like really pointing out my own flaws, but they don't necessarily have to be flaws that you want to change. Could be just simple things in your life that you want to change. I know that each one of us can do a little bit of change each day. Like me, I'm out here walking. I started this 90-day challenge, Golive challenge, just to get myself out of the... Hello.
It's fun.
Oh, it's awesome. Get myself out of my bubble of being stage fright all my life. I've had an issue with that. You get up in class and I'm like, A mentor of mine, Matthew Jang, he says the same thing, is that if you just get out of your bubble, you don't have to be the best talker or speaker to just realize that if you just do a little bit each day, these go lives, I can honestly tell you from my own experience that the Golive is definitely well worth it. You don't have to be in any community, you don't have to be any kind of person. Before I started these Golives, it's only 8 days in, and before it, I would say to my wife that I felt really silly. Even like the thought of owning a selfie stick and walking with it and talking, have other people around me see what I'm doing, and like that's a huge fear I had all my life. And now, only 8 days in, I honestly can't wait to get on here. Each day I wake up in the thought, oh, I can't wait until I get on my Golive. I just am so excited to share even one little thing with you guys, just ramble even. I try not to ramble on, but it's part of it. Aaron, that was on here a little bit earlier, he told me he's got the gift of gab. Well, I truly do too. I'm sure that my friends out there that know me can agree. I've always had kind of the gift of gab. I've always kind of been the glue, kind of been the guy who joins everybody. I'm always looking out for my friends as best as I can. But again, like, only 8 days in and already I'm... Who fucking cares? Who cares what anybody else thinks? These guys have a beautiful house. Who fucking cares what anybody thinks about you? If they don't like it, they don't have to watch. They don't have to be a part of this growth of me. And they're the only ones missing out. I'm the one growing. And if each one of you can take a little message from that, like, who fucking gives a shit? That's one of my Go-Lives. One of my first Go-Lives was not giving a fuck what other people think. This guy I know, Brian Hodgson, is another one of my mentors. He expressed that extremely, that who fucking cares? They're not the ones living your life. They're not the ones taking advantage of the opportunities that are placed in front of them. Only I am. I'm the one in charge of my life. I'm the one growing from this experience, growing from reading. Like, some people are afraid to read in public because they don't read such good or so good. It takes them forever to turn a page or whatever, and who cares? Like, if it takes you fucking half an hour to read one page, as long as you're taking that time to grow yourself, be a better person inside, and at the end of the day, you're the one growing from it. If you don't take that chance to do something about it, take that first step, that first leap into the unknown, into the fear, get yourself out of that fear zone and do it, because the only thing that can help or happen from such situations, getting out of your comfort zone and jumping into it, is truly you. Selma, one of my group members, my mastermind groups, she's really passionate about stuff like that. Like, take the leap. Nobody's going to take it for you. Hopefully I don't get run over here in the 30 zone where everybody's going 60. Only you can make the difference. Only you can make the change. Hopefully each and every one of you can take a little bit of something out of this, because I try to portray that for you guys, because nobody else is going to do it for you. Nobody else is going to take that time to get you out of your comfort zone. Nobody's going to take the time to hold your hand. My mentor Aaron says, I'll teach you how to fish. You'll eat forever, but if I just keep giving you fish, you might eat right now, but if Aaron wasn't around, well, I'm the one who's got to know how to fish. So, Sarah, how's it going? I know this artist, Sarah. I kind of want to get you guys together, but I don't know. Like, she runs a home daycare just down the street from me, and I don't want to say your guys' art styles are the same, because I feel every artist is a little bit different than every other artist. But maybe I'll give you her number, or give her your number. If you want to just private message me your number, I can pass it along. She's got quite an eclectic taste in art, so I don't know, like I said, I've been just thinking about it lately, and I just want to take the chance to maybe connect to people in some way. We're in the Pokemon Go park. Okay, well, I don't want to ramble on too much. Again, much love to every single one of you. If we can do our best to help each other out in this world, that's all we can be expected to do. Hopefully one day at a time we'll change this whole world and make it a better place for everybody to live. Hopefully each one of us will take our heads out of our asses and realize that we only got one of these worlds so far, and the more shit we create in this world, the shittier it will be. And the more love we create and the more love we share is the better. I'm taking a risk, and so far I'm getting further along in my life than I have in years. Good. That's what I'm talking about, self-development. You have to do that, Sarah, because you're the only one that's going to do that for you. I'm sure you know what kind of person I am already, and that's all that counts. Spread the message of love. Spread the message of that we can all do our part. And like I said, one day at a time, we'll get through it, and hopefully it'll be a better place in the end. Okay, much love to you all. Peace out, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Day 8 done, and awesome. Check it out. Talk to you guys later.